the Sad Dads Club podcast. Here's everybody's favorite sad dads, Jim and Boo.
Do you happen to know what day it is? I mean, it's Wednesday.
It's April 20th,
Yeah.
2022,
Yeah.
I believe.
It is, just in case nobody knows, it is.
Oh, I'm celebrating this day.
It is-
hardcore.
Yeah, it's of course, National Cold Brew Coffee Day.
Man, and I have indulged a serious amount of
Right?
cold brew coffees.
I know.
I am lit
Are you?
on cold
Are you
brew-
jittery?
Oh,
Yeah.
spazzed the fuck out on cold brew coffees.
Yeah, it's kind of remarkable how. I mean, it's just such a day that we
Did
all
you
look forward to.
partake in cold brew coffee day?
Yeah. Don't you?
all the
Are you a nitro cold brew guy, or are you just a regular cold brew guy?
lately it's nitro.
Yeah.
But as much as we talk about coffee and my affinity towards coffee, I've
Yeah.
actually outside maybe once a week, and I would dare say probably maybe once every 2 weeks. As far I haven't had coffee. It's just
Well, I mean, I remember a time like you were hardcore Dutch bros guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like you were getting the gnarly shit.
yeah. What is the jacked up version of the 911?
Yeah, I can't remember.
What do they call that?
I forget.
Whatever their name is for
The cardiac arrest.
Yes, yeah. Just straight up stop an elephant heart version.
Yeah.
Uh,
You were doing like 2 or 9 of those a day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just ride the light.
Yeah.
Just
You just had you got the subscription to delivery they would just show up at the house like
Yeah.
every other hour.
IV drip, sir?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, let's mainline it. Here we
Uh-huh.
go. And then I'm going to snort your Red Bull knockoff,
Yeah.
whatever it was.
Also, put the topper on the side so I can snort that too.
And I don't remember. I think it was starting to, the amount of coffee, and I would drink it black. I prefer, we've talked ad nauseum about that kind of thing.
Like you like your cock.
It's cold brew coffee day.
See, that's how amped up I am.
That's how jacked we are. Shit. And on that note, welcome to Sad Dads Club Podcast, episode 187. I'm dead.
I'm Jim.
Shit, and here we go. It was starting to hurt my stomach, and having
really?
that much coffee all the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ever really. I had such a high tolerance. I wasn't ever really even getting jittery from it.
Yeah.
It was just like, I do this. It's like a comfort drink.
Yeah.
It's a pattern. And then because it was just getting so hard on my stomach, I switched to
Heroin?
yeah. What do I need to keep this one up?
That's easier on your stomach.
I'm just chasing dragons now. I just
Your
switched.
body eats itself from the inside
Yeah.
out, but your stomach
Yeah,
feels great.
I'm hollow inside. But now everything just started running through me. I switched to green tea, and then I just kind of stopped altogether.
Yeah.
On occasion, if Venus is like, you want a coffee? It's like a random treat or something. If she's getting something, I'll get my venti quad caramel macchiato,
Yeah.
and that's only like a few and far between.
I'm not a huge coffee guy at all. For a while I got into just mochas.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy Starbucks has the blonde roast.
Venus likes that.
Yeah, that's a good mocha.
Yeah.
I really like that.
And yeah.
But I don't do them that much anymore. And I used to get the skinny mochas at Starbucks. They don't make them anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
And I tried, this goes probably back somewhere pandemic. Like, I had been off Dutch Brothers for a while, And I had Venus, the Piper, like stop by and get me one of like the whatever the Heart Stopper 911s was.
I'm looking it up because I can't remember and it's bugging me.
And so it was too sweet. It was I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
It was just it's too much sugar.
Is it the Annihilator? Is that the one?
No. It was the ER 911.
Oh, the 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have like it's like a secret menu thing, like at In and Out. When you ask for extra shots.
Oh, I see.
I can't. Oh God, someone will have to correct.
Which is it has a name. Essentially.
Yeah, it's like give me a heart attack 911.
You know that reminds me of whatever that restaurant is that they have in Vegas. It's like the heart attack fucking burger restaurant or whatever.
No,
where they don't even take. They only take cash because they're afraid your check won't clear before you die.
Yeah. No, you paying now, not later.
Exactly. Well, that's cool. I mean, I do drink green tea. I make green tea. I buy like a bulk green tea, like I don't even, is it popcorn or firecracker green tea?
Mm-hmm.
And then I use the little reusable Keurig cup.
Yeah.
And then I make my own green tea in the Keurig, and then I add like a little sugar-free vanilla with like sugar-free peach or sugar-free like mango in there.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
I searched for a long time because my introduction to green tea came from McCooney's as like their, water kind of thing. They would, and now it's gone to like you have to ask for it. But their green tea has a specific taste. And then whenever I would go somewhere else and have like, green tea, it never quite tasted the same.
It didn't live up to the hype.
And you could get, I've been through a number of green tea bags, types.
Yeah.
And I was like, something's missing. There's just something different about McCooney's green tea. And it turned out theirs is it has roasted rice in it.
A little additive.
And so there's like this nutty, it's more of a nutty flavor. And the green tea. And I ended up finding it, or Venus did, at some Japanese, Chinese like marketplace. Or, you know what it might have been? It might have been the Whole Foods over by the mall. Had it. And it's kind of like Bloody Marys or energy drinks for me. It's like if I would find one, like always in search of that one green tea. And it was like, it's got Chinese symbols written all over it. So I'm like, well, fuck, it's sure. It's got to be authentic if it's got Chinese writing on it. So,
yeah.
Bought it. And, this is it. This is the missing thing. It's the roasted rice inside the tea bags as well.
Well, I just found just some green tea on Amazon that was like a firecracker green tea. Comes in a box. It's all sealed up.
Yeah.
And it's like a big chunks of green tea. And I love it. It's got it's the nicest flavored green tea I've found so far.
Yeah.
Also do matcha sometimes too.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And even Kim has bought #HeyKim, sister-in-law has bought me, because she likes it too.
Yeah.
So she knew, I think when we were talking about it at some point in the gathering, she knew exactly what I was talking about. The green box. I can't remember the name of the manufacturer, but she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, if you see it, because at some point there was like a dry spell. Venus didn't make it back to the Chinese market, and we didn't find it anywhere else, and it wasn't at Whole Foods anymore. And I think Kim had said, well, I've seen it at whatever place that she frequents.
Oh, really?
And at some point, she bought me like multiple boxes, and like,
nice.
That's like thank yous for something. I don't remember for what. Maybe it was just because I'm a nice guy.
Nice.
But
So
yeah.
I presume on this fine day of cold brew coffee that you are also probably hitting the ganja.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, me
No.
neither. I don't really.
But if I did, it would be gummies. It's funny. So,
is that in the spirit of the day, though?
I think so.
The gummies?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's all about
Now
about the movement.
I took the time to look up the origins of 420.
Okay.
Because I had always been under the impression that it had to do with the call sign for Mary Jane for the police or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, like a 5150.
Yeah, something like that. That was the impression I always had.
Okay.
So I just did a little research this morning on what it was, and it turns out that
So I don't know.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know the actual.
Yeah, it kind of blew my mind, but essentially, it started in the 70s at a high school in San Rafael.
Okay.
And these guys,
Hometown, what up?
yeah, like their 420 was their time that didn't intersect with any school things because they were out of school and they didn't have any other stuff going on.
Okay.
So they would get together after school at 420 for blaze up time.
Okay.
So this group of friends would go and do that. It was their time, 420, right?
All right. Makes sense.
So at some point, one of the guys becomes a roadie for someone in the Grateful Dead.
Okay.
Okay. And so that was sort of shared. You know, oh, yeah, 420 for us.
Let's go.
It's blaze up time, you know, 420.
Yeah.
So
5
that
o'clock somewhere.
yeah, that was sort of like their thing, right? And then it got reported in High Times magazine,
there you go.
which made it go nuts.
Grateful Dead, pot, High Times, 420.
Yeah.
And then it's off and running.
Now it's off and running. So these guys just haphazardly, just out of, it's like anything else, right?
Yeah.
But I thought that was fascinating, and I'd never heard that before.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's just that makes total sense. And in that vein, and gummies specifically, you know, I've been doing yard work that we have neighbors sharing a fence with us that partake, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But the coughing and hacking and choking, it's like, man, now I get it. The time to party is
It's 420.
it's much quicker
Yeah.
if you're smoking it. I get it. But you're also choking and gagging and and then you're hiding the smell, or maybe you're not, and that's fine, but you're, trying to obfuscate perhaps, if you're then going to smoke and then go to the mall, or, there's social implications to smelling that you just blazed out.
Right.
And if you can accept that, that's fine. I'm sure some people, the whole air freshener and then change clothes or something, everybody knows it's okay.
Or what, incense burning?
Right. You know, but in the small amount of gummies that Venus and I have tried, it's like you can get, well, I haven't, but Venus certainly has, and some people have, like the benefits of the high, and it's a gummy. There's no choking. There's no, hacking, ruining of your lungs with smoke, regardless if it's medicinal or not, but you're still passing shit over your lungs. Eat a gummy. You're going to have to wait 20 to 30 minutes, maybe.
You don't have to air freshen your clothes.
Right, and there's no hiding of you can pop gummy and go on a walk, and no one's going to be like, ooh, shit, someone's smoking the herb.
We were at the Galleria last night for a short time, and we were in the parking garage. And we parked, and we get out, and it smelled like...
Oh, yeah. Someone was early celebrating?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. And it always shocks me for some reason. I mean, is that legal? I thought you had to smoke it at home. I don't even know. I've never smoked weed, so I have no idea.
I wouldn't even bother. Well, and right? That's the thing. It's like I wouldn't even bother.
But I mean,
because
would you
for?
smoke a bowl in the middle of the parking garage and then go drive? Because isn't that the same thing as a DUI also?
I don't know the legalities to say yes or no. But
is there a standardized test like there is with a blood alcohol?
That I don't know.
That
100%
would be like,
either.
You are over the limit for your THC absorption.
If you couldn't, I think regardless of, if you couldn't maintain some sort of
if you can't pass the
some
facilities
sort,
test.
Right. If you couldn't do something, then you're under the influence, and you shouldn't be on the road anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's pot.
If
or
you're drifting
fucking,
in the lanes,
right?
Or,
If you're so burnt out and relaxed that you can't function,
or if
you
there's
shouldn't
enough smoke in your car that you can't see out the windshield,
right? You're
Right.
you're an obstruction to the rest of driving participants anyway, and you
Right.
shouldn't be on the road.
Yeah.
Has someone
I mean, when I was
been
a kid,
high enough and done that? Well, maybe.
when I was a kid, we used to get hot box with cigarette smoke. So
That's not even a.
everybody smoked back then,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Everybody. I remember, speaking of that, just smoking in general. I remember, like, go out on the weekend and then come home and, like, walk in the front door and walk through the house, and then you could see the layer of cigarette smoke in the house. And then you could, like, look up over the top of it.
Yeah.
And then you could, like, look down below the
So your parents smoked?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, everybody smoked.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody. Grandparents, parents, you name it.
I don't think my grandparents, on my dad's side, to my knowledge, didn't. But plenty of alcohol, but no smoking. Now, my aunt, we've talked before, my aunts and uncles generally all partook in not herb, in not pot, but cigarettes
Yeah.
for sure. So,
Well, just as an example, I know that people in my family partook because I had a dog named Mellow and a cat named Puffy. So,
Puff and Mellow, baby.
when I was just a kid in the early 70s,
Yeah.
that was the thing. And the reason why the dog was named Mellow, is the story was conferred to me, was that they used to blow smoke in that poor dog's face, and then he would just mellow out. And then started calling him
Nice.
Mellow. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, I would think I would put more time into it. I know during COVID, you could get gummy deliveries like it was fucking DoorDash.
Can you not do that now?
You can,
Oh.
but I mean, that's how open and above board it is, as long as it's recreate. Now, there's still a stigma there, right?
Yeah.
Would I go to the mall and drive in the parking lot and for whatever reason, like, fuck it, I'll just slam a gummy and then go walking around the mall? No, but I'm pretty sure that's fine and dandy. I'm pretty sure that there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Would I go to the mall, smoke a bowl, and then go walk around? No, because I would then be emanating the evidence of,
People are like,
my
"Man,
recreational activity.
You blazing up, aren't you, bro?
Damn, dude, 420 every day.
That's right.
And I'd be like, what?
Is there Doritos here somewhere?
I'm looking for Mrs. Fields, man.
Where's Cinnabon?
All of them. Like the store? No. All of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a thing, too. Like, we will be on running or walking around the area, and there's someone's having a party.
Oh, yeah.
Or someone's just having a good time.
Yeah.
And there's rarely an instance where Venus and I aren't running or walking past that kind of thing, and then we both look at each other and go, oh, shit.
absolutely.
It's party time somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always a thing.
Last night at the that's what happened
Yeah,
at the parking
and
garage.
that's like, yeah, but do I give? I got gummies in the house.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, fuck, man, it's like parking garage.
Yeah.
Like, really?
You
just couldn't wait
yeah.
the 5-minute drive to your
Is
house.
the mall that stressful? I mean, given COVID and whatnot, and people not wearing masks, maybe that. Hey, you know what? And in that vein, fuck it, probably.
Yeah,
you're like.
Maybe it just helped him put the car in the spot. I don't know.
I don't trust that. Get that bitch in the Yaris, man. Fuck it. Get the bowl out. Pack it. Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
Because I need to calm the fuck down.
Oh shit! There's two parking humps.
60% of the people in here are going to be wearing a mask. Let's go. Let's light up.
Oh no,
And
it's not 60%. It's like more like 95%.
I don't want to hear that.
Oh, it is. Oh, there's no.
I'll be honest.
There are no mask mandates for planes anymore.
We walked to the store,
Yeah.
and we got to the corner, and I forgot my mask. It is the first time I was buying lottery tickets.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was the first time since this whole thing has started where I went into the store
Yeah.
without
With no
wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And I was apprehensive about it the whole time. I'm like, fuck, I can't. I did it.
Yeah.
Now, will that happen? No. There's no Band-Aid here that got ripped off.
Yeah.
I made a mistake, but I was walking, and I really needed to try and see if I could get that shot at that $370 million. So wouldn't that be funny?
You know what's funny about that is like I posted the Powerball thing.
Did you? I missed it.
Well, no, the other day.
Oh, okay.
And then we never went and bought tickets.
You fucking pussy.
Well, no, the intention was there. It
Yeah.
just never happened. We just never made it.
Yeah, we're already recording, so you missed your shot if you didn't buy tickets yet.
Ah, damn it.
Venus,
This is how it works for us.
on Monday, on her way home from work, she like stopped to buy tickets, and then she walked in, and she's like, "I got the winning tickets," and she
Said everybody.
yeah, she. Oh. So yesterday midday, with two-income job-working household, we ran out of stuff to do some of the chores and whatnot around the house on the weekend. And so yesterday afternoon, I did a couple like knockoffs, easy low-hanging fruits during lunch break. So we're coming back to the gym. She's like, "Thanks for doing the cleaning the ceiling fan and doing some of the laundry midweek kind of thing." And I'm like, "Thanks for not buying a winning lottery ticket on Monday because you knew that we were going to win on Wednesday."
That's
And
right.
she's like, "Okay." Yeah.
Did you win?
We don't know yet. I'm hoping
Is the draw at 7?
it stops tickets at 7. I think the draw is at 8 our time.
Oh, so we got some 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, to find out.
Just so you know, it is 7:48.
Yeah. Well, you missed your shot.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. We'll get it the next time because that's when it's going to go up. No one's going to win today. Sorry.
Hoping for one of those 400 million
What's the next one? Saturday?
shutdowns. Yes.
I mean, I'll win.
Wednesday.
I'll take the minimum.
Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. Yeah.
I'll take the minimum, whatever that is.
Yeah.
If it is it $1 million, I'll take that.
I mean, you wouldn't. Yeah, right. I can't remember who I was having.
I could
think
pay off
told
my
Venus.
mortgage. Sure.
I was trying to convince a coworker in Arizona. I'm like, "Hey," and this was a couple weeks back. I'm like, "It's at 200 something. You can go buy a ticket." And he's like, "Fuck yeah, I'd retire." And we were talking about the minimums. And Arizona has whatever their state localized version of a lottery is, and it was somewhere like 5 million. I'm like, "Yeah, but," he's like, "I would quit tomorrow if I won that." And I went, "Yeah, but you're 54?" He's like, "Yeah." I went, "You're going to get 2.5 million probably after taxes. Could you stretch it to 65? And he went, "No." Probably not. Given the realities of how long he had to go to retire and whether or not he could actually quit and then cover all the costs. Congratulations, you probably won $2.5 million, but you can't stop the hamster ball.
You could get just a more mellow job.
You probably, but
you know what I mean?
You couldn't stop working.
You could start your own business with
You
that.
could probably do that.
You know what I mean?
And hopefully it would be successful.
Yeah. You probably couldn't buy a McDonald's franchise.
Right.
For $2.5
And then we
million.
were talking about with Venus. I'm like, could you imagine, or maybe it was with you. I think it was with Venus. Like, could you imagine winning like a $5 million jackpot in your 20s? And you're like, fuck yeah, I'm a winner. I don't have to So you fuck off.
Yeah, and then it's gone.
And then you get into your 40s and you're like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
What's my plan?
I
have no skills.
Yeah.
I won, and it didn't even last me to retirement. Uh-oh.
Well, isn't that the same for some guy who got drafted out of high school into some league, like football or basketball or something?
I don't know. I mean, it could be, unless you're really good and you cut your sponsorship deals really good.
Well, yeah. I mean, assuming you're one of those kind of players, but
right.
You get out of that league, and then suddenly, hopefully, you have enough money to like invest in some other stuff. You know,
hopefully,
yeah.
You know,
that's what's rough about some of that stuff for me. A lot of the sports guys, like especially football players, because like a lot of the mid-tier, bottom-tier folks don't make that much money. They make good money, but not by superstar standards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they fucking chew up their knees and their back and their elbows and their hands and everything else and their necks. And then they're like half crippled by the time they get out of the league. And then they're like, now what? Shit, I didn't make enough money.
Right. I'm not smart enough to be a coach.
Yeah.
Because I push dudes. You know?
Yeah, because my name's Refrigerator.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a tough situation. It's similar situation though.
Yeah, and I see that there's probably a similar vein in like the recording industry. Like a number of these like artists will get fronted album money.
Oh yeah,
and so they carry themselves as like
they're loaded,
big dick swaggers. But everything is leveraged.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, you got to make the record label themselves is like, okay, and now we need a.
Yeah.
And now we need a. And if you don't, then it's like, okay, so the Bentley and the gold grills and, or the, wardrobe, where you're staying, all is leveraged. Yeah, well, we need that back now. It's not really yours. Everything you're not really paying for that. So when that shit ends, what happens? Are you a vocal coach?
I mean,
teach somebody how to play.
What's the I can't think of his name. Hammer.
MC Hammer?
Yeah, I mean he's like he lives in like Modesto or something. You know what I mean? And I think he's like a minister or something.
Spiritual advisor?
Yeah. It's like, what happened there, pal?
We started seeing political signs for somebody. You'll see it on the way out. If you,
there
are a couple signs.
I saw one was a mattress sale sign.
Oh yeah, that's right here at the fire hydrant.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, you're shooting the gap between property lines.
But there's a lot of people there's a lot of traffic right there, so it's really doing its job.
And Jax is very aware. Like, so on our walk to get the lottery ticket,
you're just pulling signs,
right,
up.
and celebrate, Cold Brew Day.
Yeah.
Venus was looking them up, and it's whoever the gentleman's name is it looks like they split McClintock's district at least in two, so it's an open seat. Oh,
just an additive seat.
Yeah, that goes from here like up into El Dorado, up 50 a ways.
Interesting.
I didn't look at the map, but it's essentially a new congressional seat. And I'm like, it's my time to shine to Venus. And she's like, no. And I went, I'll make a great politician. I could say all kinds of good stuff and all that. And she's like, fine, it's your time to shine. How much did they make?
Foo for House of Representatives?
Right. And so then I'm like, okay, Siri. How much does a United States representative make? That baseline salary for a House of Representatives person is $174,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's more than I thought.
It's more than I thought. Yeah. And if you see my name on a ballot,
you'll know I'm going to be working for it.
Yeah. Hey-yo.
Yeah, but don't you have to like split your time? I mean, that's a pretty good amount of money, but also you're spending a lot of money splitting your time between.
You just sleep on a cot in your office or something, however it works. I don't know. I didn't really put that
bunk
much.
bed?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hello, I'd love to serve, and then I could start cold calling people. Hi, this is.
I think it's funny that Shanna gets calls from McClintock all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
She's always like, "Fuck you."
Fuck Tom.
Yeah.
Well, now she may not get any more calls if the district is actually split.
That's true.
So.
Well, I guess it depends on which district. Are we in the new one?
We're in the new one. Well, yeah, I presume because of the signs.
Oh.
But I don't know. I didn't look up the map. Venus was the one with the phone. She was doing it.
I have not done any research about this. I'm not aware of it.
You know what I did research in?
What?
The hydro massage at Planet Fitness.
Oh, my gosh.
So we did.
I just want to know, hold on real quick.
Okay.
Do you think the rower lady ever uses those, and what does that look like?
A seizure?
Now, I will say, we talked about rower lady last week.
Yes.
Okay, before we get into this.
Right.
She came out the doors when we were leaving one night.
Okay.
That lady was as happy as can be, and she rocked out just like arms going
Yeah.
all the way out to her car.
Yeah, I think some of her schizophrenic movement, spasmatic, is that a word?
Yeah.
Is 100% directly tied to whatever groove she's got pumping into her ear holes.
Yeah.
And the rest is terrible form.
Okay. Okay, so hydro.
So we had asked Data's because it's there for whatever membership we have. It's there as like an additive.
The black membership.
Yeah. It's there as like a feature.
Yeah.
So what I thought they was if you've got like a personal neck shiatsu massage with like the little motors and the rollers, that's what I thought the chairs were.
Oh.
And then in picking Data's brain a little bit, he had mentioned the beds, but I hadn't looked it up, and two, it sounded like something like it was getting you wet. And so I'm like, I don't know what that is, but
you might.
Hey.
If you got the right equipment.
I mean, is there a door that I can shut? And can I lay face down? So we knew there was a thing, but didn't know to what end. And I had presumed it was the shiatsu roller ball things that you've probably been in, like a Fry's has them,
or they have them at like a mall,
right?
Yeah.
You know, or for your calves, it's just like a kneading, like a motor thing.
Yeah,
that's what I figured they were. But Venus and I were like, let's do the chairs.
Let's check it out.
Let's do it. We're paying for it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So we walked up to the counter, and we're both like, we would like the chairs. Chairs. And the guy's
not
like,
even sure what you're asking for.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, what do you say for the things?
Yeah.
Because it was for the first time, man.
Can I get the finger in my butt?
Right.
And they're like, sure.
You want 2 knuckles or 3 knuckles? Wait, whoa,
you want the big-handed guy or the small-handed guy?
Yeah, the anorexic or the rower lady?
Yeah.
Because one of these is putting you all over the walls. Wait, hold on. Okay. That's in the membership? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So the chairs was pretty much how it came out, and he like nonchalantly, loungers or bed, and we're both like looking at each other with like, don't say the wrong thing. Loungers, and he's like, okay, yeah, all right, 3 and 4. He gives us the numbers. So we're walking past. You go into the room. We walk past a series, but we presumed, because I'll get to this too. Presumed were like tanning beds.
Yeah.
Because when I did my membership and like the signing that you do the first time you go in when you're a paid thing, the guy had asked me like point blank while I'm signing something, "Are you going to get tanning today?" And I went, "No."
Yeah, same with me.
And
not today, but I might.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Not today. So we're walking past these rooms like, okay, we're looking for loungers and numbers. And we walked past the room that had like the kneading chairs,
Right.
but I can't remember if they had numbers or not, but I didn't see any. So we walked back to the very dark room at the back, and they're like full-on Lazy Boy leathered recliners with the numbers and like flat beds that look like leathered billiard tables, like half of one.
Yeah.
And so we're okay, so these must be it. And it was awesome. I loved every second of it. It's like a high-pressured wash jet on your backside.
Yes.
Like full body. I don't know about you, but like it didn't really get my calves because I don't naturally keep my legs because they're so swole.
I had that because the man spreading.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so much beef.
When it would come down, right? I would
I would have to like squeeze,
put my legs
but
together.
then that removes me from being like
relaxed.
Right.
Right.
I'm like, no, but I really want, and then I'm squeezing the walnut kind of thing, and I'm trying to not make ball bag puree, but I really want that calf.
That's. It was
felt-
lacking in that.
Yeah, because then it was like,
everything
and then it got so full body, 7 minutes, super awesome.
Very relaxing.
Yeah, it's a quiet room. You can. One time we did it, someone left the lights on, and then we hit the light switch, and henceforward always lights off. It's super awesome, and it's baked into the
membership.
Yeah.
You can do that all night long if you want.
Would you just tell them multiple sessions?
Yeah. Yeah, just be like, I want to do it again. Okay. And
So you walk out and then walk back in?
Sure.
I'm going to look
just
up
tell the front
later,
desk.
like, for the pin, because if you hit start again, it brings up a keypad.
Yep.
So I'm going to go searching to see if there's a universal pin to see everyone.
Oh, there you go.
If I could punch in
Yeah.
fuck it, 11111 bank.
Now, the first time we tried it, someone was already in one of the loungers. So I let Shan wanted to use the lounger, so I chose the bed.
Yeah.
I think I prefer the lounger over the bed.
So we did our second or third time there. First time we both did loungers. The second time we went in with the intent of doing the beds just to try the beds.
Right.
But only one was, so Venus tried the bed, and I went back in the lounger, trying to figure out if there was a way for me to get my
Calves.
legs to stay together without me having to squeeze a walnut.
Yeah, you need to like your belt.
And just tie my legs up and leave me on the hydro bed.
Yeah.
What? And then what happens? It was good, but she prefers the lounger.
Yeah.
Monday, she did the lounger and I did the bed. I prefer the bed because more of my weight is pressing down on all the jets, whereas in the lounger, you're kind of like in like this ass heavy.
Yeah.
So it gets your ass really good and your lower back.
And your heinous.
Right. Oh yeah, man. There's a
There's a tickle there.
There's something fierce going on in there. There's like a feral spray. Like we're just short of bidet action here. The way this,
practically. That's the driest bidet ever.
Yeah, we're loosening stuff up here. Yeah, work that ass. But the bed seems to afford more pressure against like my back. And I didn't use the pillow. So when the water got all the way up to my neck, that shit lifted my head. And if you're like a head person that likes like tingling or like a head massage and that kind of tingles, it was one like the ASMR sound of like rushing water directly pumping into your fucking skull. That was nice. Plus it was heavy enough, the pressure, that it was lifting my head. And so then it was like, okay. But again, then on the bed, the same thing with the lounger.
Yeah.
The leg didn't. Once it got past your knees, it was like
very light.
God damn it! Like I know where they're supposed to go, but my beef and manspreading doesn't afford that kind of
narrow
without stepping out of the relaxing experience to focus on squeeze the legs, bring legs together, get your calves. Okay, now it's going press. Okay, now relax.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
same
You can.
thing.
I did take the pillow since I wasn't using it and try and wedge it against one of my legs, like halfway through it, to keep my leg, and that helped. But then the other leg was like, okay, I make space now, and so it went out, and then it wasn't getting. I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
But it was nice, and the one day we went and just did a light amount of cardio, like on our way into the gym. We were both making jokes like, fuck it, it's here. I'm here to just get a little bit of cardio in and get my free massage.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
I'm getting mine.
I think the first time we tried them, there was a dude like in his like Docker pants and a polo shirt, and he was in there.
Oh.
So
yeah.
it's like he has a black
I'm
membership.
at 7 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Go get a quick massage.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
don't have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rub.
Now, my understanding is those massagers are about $10,000 if you want.
No shit.
You can put one in your house.
Well, yeah, for 20.
You can do a black
something
light, seedy, adult-only room in your house with a couple of those.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
What?
Unless they can fix the leg thing.
Oh. Not for $10,000 then.
Give me $5,000 if you're going to give me one that's going to be half as efficient. So the tanning things.
Yeah.
All right. At least some of them are the red light therapies.
Oh, now I don't know. There's a difference? I thought they were all just some sort of like...
I think that the beds might be for tanning, but the stand-up ones are red light therapy thing.
What is a red light therapy thing?
So if you're Tucker Carlson, you know exactly what this is. Did you see that thing about the ball bag tanning?
I heard something about that.
So there's this new thing going around with, well, it's not new, but it's like a fad thing that's like catching more momentum.
Okay.
That red light therapy helps rejuvenate skin and your cellular mitochondria that helps like passive benefits to your body.
Okay.
Right. Red light therapy.
Okay.
So they have it.
Yeah.
And it was funny that we had just looked that up, and then all of a sudden there's this thing making the rounds on the internet about tanning your balls using red light therapy.
Yeah, I heard something about that, but I didn't. I just heard like a quick thing about it, but I didn't.
It's like a red light laser low something, and it just beams red light to your.
So you just go in there naked, and it just hams up your nuts.
Yeah, I mean it's not just for dudes. It's like a whole holistic.
It's like your whole body.
Yeah. So you wear skinny shorts or something like you were tanning, and it just.
So is it a combo tan and red light thing, or
I
is
don't
it
think
just,
so. I think there are red light therapy machines, and then there are the tanning ones.
So, let's talk about that again. What's the benefit of the red light? It's supposed to rejuvenate your skin somehow.
Yeah, and like kickstart your cellular mitochondria to help with aging shit.
I probably need that.
Yeah.
I mean, I am 50.
There are like eye visors that people will use to help try and like tidy up crow's feet and eye wrinkles and stuff.
Oh, I see.
So you can.
So it's just focused on your eyes.
Yeah, you can get some of that, but these ones are like whole bodies to like. It's like I've seen it too. There's the whole chain of, orange therapy workouts where all they have is. It's like a stationary bike thing, and they do like it's like hot yoga, but it's a light thing. You're doing a workout in a room that's all orange lights, and that's supposed to.
Oh, is that what orange therapy is?
Yeah,
like there's like a gym or whatever.
That's the shtick. Yeah, it's you're working out stationary bike or treadmill or whatever they're doing in an orange light environment. There's no incandescent.
I mean, I noticed
bullshit.
the name was orange therapy, but I never knew what that meant.
It has to do with light.
Interesting. Well, I do a lot of fluorescent light therapy. You know,
that's not working out for you,
thank you.
or everyone else apparently, because the real thing is like red and orange.
What about green or yellow?
That's what M&Ms are for. Yeah. So the chairs were good.
Well, back to the chairs for briefly. One of the things we did is we had to wait a few minutes for the stuff to be available.
Okay.
So the guy gave us tokens for the other chairs you were talking about, which are the actual non-hydro chairs.
The shiatsu.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, they really put some effort onto your back.
Do they?
Yes. Didn't get my calves as much as same sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did get massage, but not as much as I wanted. I wanted some real hard, but man, when it hits your back, it's lifting you up out of the seat.
Did they recline, or was it more of that upright? Because it didn't look like they went back far.
Well, they sit up when they're at rest, but when you get them and start them, they start to recline on their own. Yeah.
See, I'm going to try that.
And so what I was going to say was doing those, because it's like a 5-minute thing, doing that for 5 minutes and then getting into the hydro. I felt much better after that session than I did on the first one, which was just plain hydro.
Yeah.
That was, I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
what did Shan think?
She liked it too.
Did she?
Yeah. But it was really interesting. It was, like I said, when it gets to your back, like it's pushing hard enough on you. It is lifting you out of the seat. And it was like, oh boy, like,
here we go.
Wow, that's some pressure.
Yeah.
It's lifting me up. The calves, like I said, and your calves, your thighs don't really get anything, but your calves do, because it sort of surrounds your calves.
Right. So to
but
get
not
like
as
the
much.
so your hamstrings and your calves, but not your quads, obviously, because it's not on top.
Yeah. Now I was hoping, like I've seen some of those hydro massagers they have, like at a mall, where it's like a tube and you get in it, and there's like pressure sprayers on the top and the bottom.
Oh boy.
I was hoping they were going to be some of those, but they're not. They're just on the bottom side.
Yeah, that would.
But you're
do
sort
that
of,
at the mall?
Yeah, they have. You can. I'm not at ours.
Oh.
I've seen them at other malls where they have. It's like a big tube, and it like opens up, and
God,
then you.
Could you imagine if those jets were shooting at your nuts? Though?
Oh,
no
gosh.
thanks. There's got to be a hole cut out for
you
those.
can try it on the. You can try that on the bed.
Just flip over?
Yeah,
I would not. There is no way that thing would send you into queasy mode 3 inches before it got to the vicinity.
Yeah, I don't know that would feel so good on your tummy, even.
No, probably not.
No. Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
Knowing what it does to my ass, I don't think.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's pretty focused.
Yeah.
Good God.
Oh.
Oh, I'm getting a prostate check too.
Wow. Are you in there? Hi.
Thanks, Doc.
God damn. This is.
Do I have to pay a copay?
Yeah. Who wants flowers?
Oh,
and Valentine's cards.
Didn't even buy you dinner.
Shit. Steaks on me. Ooh.
But,
so,
yeah.
How are you? We are middle of spring.
Yeah.
How are you on spring projects? Have you knocked out anything in the house?
Yes. I I have a repair in the kids' bathroom to do. We put in a couple years ago. We put in glass shower doors, so it's just a tub with a fucking shitty builder grade surround.
Okay.
It's not tile or anything. And so for years they just had like a curtain in there. And so we went and bought a shower door glass setup.
Okay.
And we installed that. And when I put that in, didn't do the best job of siliconing it.
Okay.
And combine that with my own inexperience and not really paying attention to what was happening with the silicone that was there from when the house was built.
Okay.
Didn't really realize what was going to happen with the water flow.
Okay.
And so given that it's a track on the bottom now that sits on the edge of the tub,
Okay.
Water would go to the ends, and then where those panels meet up with the tub, water got in there and then kind of rained out into the drywall.
Okay.
So the first level of business for that regard was to remove all the old silicone because it was trash, and then re-silicone the shower. So to fill all the crevices that where the silicone was crappy and cracked and like had receded, and water was getting behind it and then coming out to where the drywall was, I had to re-silicone it, and then I wanted to just let it be for like a couple weeks to make sure that stuff was going to dry
So you're
up.
stopping the water first.
Yes.
And then address.
I'm not going to fix the drywall
Right.
if I haven't fixed the leak.
Right. Okay.
So I went through and fixed the leak, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So, what could go wrong?
Right. Absolutely.
That's how I'm looking at it. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. And then once I'm sort of satisfied that I have fixed the leak, then I will proceed with a drywall repair. And then I've got a few others. So I got several things to do. I need to finish painting. I've got some dry rot on the external garage door frame that I need to replace. I got a couple sprinklers that need to be pulled up, which I hate doing that plumbing.
You're like almost always on a rotation of sprinklers to be dug and then fixed and dug.
It's not that it's a rotation.
How many sprinklers left?
Well,
almost all of your sprinklers are new at this point.
No, a lot of them are original still, especially the stuff out front, because that was all the stuff that was put in by the builder.
Oh.
So some of these have just over time, I don't even know how, but like one of them, for instance, the grass is really suffering because the sprinkler just doesn't pop up enough.
Okay.
So I got to dig it out to put a higher riser in there to bring the sprinkler head up so it actually sprays out instead of like into the grass. So there's a couple of those, and then I got like, we have you guys, your sidewalk is right on the road, right? You don't have grass between.
Right. There's no intermediary.
So we have grass and then the sidewalk and then the yard. And the section between my house and the house next door, it's just a little chunk of grass, right? And given where my house is, a lot of people do U-turns right out in front of my house, and they don't always U-turn on the street. They come up into my driveway and then across that grass and drive over the sprinkler heads and break them.
Oh, fuck.
So I've got one that's just like probably the riser's cracked or maybe the head's broken. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the sprinklers will run, it works fine. The head pops up and it sprays. But when the sprinklers are off, that's like the low point of the yard right there. And so all the water that's in the lines slowly drains out to and so it looks bad. I mean, it's not, it's wasting water, but not very much because it's just what's residual in the lines.
Right.
So I got to fix that too. And, it just pisses me off because it's people just being assholes driving up in my grass. Like, don't drive up in my fucking grass.
Right.
So that's the kind of, the one head that needs to come up, another head that needs to come up, that guy that's got the leak. And then I've got one head where the top keeps just popping off, so I just need to replace it.
I'm happy to be here.
So, like I said, it's like that's, to me, doing sprinkler repair shit is the worst job because it's dirty and muddy and like there's always tree roots in the fucking way. It's just, like I spent a weekend working on one sprinkler because of a tree, Yeah. And it just bugs the crap out of me.
You know what made that? And I only hit this, it was somewhere in the fall when we were not getting any rain. What has made that a little bit easier to me, and it's only since this last year of COVID, was the upgrade to a controller with Wi-Fi.
Where you can stand out next to the sprinkler and turn it on.
Right, because a lot of the frustration, if you have a reasonably sized, was now I've got to go all the way back, hit the control, hit manual, start it, run back. And I don't need it to run the entire fucking cycle because I don't want everyone to be hate fucking looking at me. Because
God damn, they're really running their sprinklers like crazy.
He's been running that thing for fucking an hour, Margaret, and it's running. Because I'm waiting for see.
I got to turn it on and run to the back 40 and come back.
Yeah, and oh no, I fucked the glue job. Okay, it's like you run back, kill it. And, I killed the no. Fuck. But the ability to start it while I'm standing there. No, stop, end it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Start. And okay, I did that one right.
Set it for 1 minute.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. All right, and
I love that.
The notices of the you're getting water notices from the city, like you can only water now,
right?
And you can, and in years past it was, now I got to walk all the way out to the controller, and with like some fucking T9 version of a calendar adjuster, just hate press buttons. Like I haven't used this thing in 2 years, and now I've got to T9 my way into a Monday, Friday between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7. Fuck, did I? No, and then you find out 2 days later that you're watering every day for 3 hours a day, and you're like, fuck, I was, what?
Yeah.
But now you can do it all in a happy little app.
When the guy walks up to put his ticket on your door, you just go up with your phone and go, show me what I need to do.
Before you write me this ticket, could you walk me through this really fast? Because
here's my phone.
I'm used to T9.
Here's my controller.
Yeah, help me. Sure. And then when we got the notice about Mondays and Fridays, I'm like, well, fucking, I'll just start it right now. It's Monday, and I'm good. And that's it, not having to walk out. So there's a little bit of a greasing the wheels there.
Yeah.
But yes, it's always a pain in the ass to.
Yeah. Why, do you have other projects you got going on?
So I did a bunch of little shit here in the garage. One was the supply chain shit hit me when we talked at length about the attic fan, whole house fan.
Right.
So I put in just an attic fan in the space that's separate from the rest of the house that's over the garage here. And a vent to pull air from the garage, #SadDad Studios.
Yep.
From the garage to blow into the attic. So hot air rise, pull from down here into the attic, and then blow it out the eaves.
Your ass.
Hey. But what I ran into a supply chain issue with was the ducting to go from the size of duct that I needed at the the register that I put in to the attic fan size that was like 17 inches. Then I needed a reducer, and the HVAC reducers I couldn't find. They had plenty of X's but not Y's to go from, and the duct itself out of stock everywhere. Exactly when I was setting all of that up last year. So I had made a list, like check back in to see if Home Depot has. So Home Depot or Amazon ended up having the duct. So I got that done last week. So now it all pulls straight from here. Super awesome. There's the small rubber seal on the door.
Yeah.
So when there is big wind, this space, because that seal it's been there for like fucking 9 years.
Yeah.
And I've never glued it to the ground to create a seal between the door and the actual floor.
Because kind of what that would do is, I mean, not just wind, but also rain. I would imagine it prevents...
There's enough of a horn. It has never leaked in.
Okay. You never got water in here?
No.
Okay.
Plus, the driveway is at such a slope.
True.
It's never done that. But if you have a car there, it'll splash in, certainly, if you have the door open.
Or if you had southern-facing fucking rain that was going nuts.
Right.
Maybe.
So I spent a good amount of time. I finally glued that thing down. 1 and 2, like when it's raining or wet and you drive a wet car into here.
Yeah.
It would then slip as you came up into the. So it was always something I was kicking around, and literally 9-something years that strip has been here, and I went, I should seal it. One, as we only keep getting hotter and hotter, like to be able to seal it as I've got something.
Yeah.
Now pulling cooler air, hopefully from here into the attic. I'm trying to help keep the space as controlled as possible. So I finished that. We've got the refrigerator in here. I bought some like the R1, very, I'm not sealing and insulating an ocean. It's not fucking, what is the ice chest maker that?
Oh, Yeti?
Yeti, yeah. It's not Yeti caliber, but I put a styrofoam box seal essentially around the refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
Now, to help reduce, as this ambient air here in the garage gets 100 and balls degrees,
Right.
you're not having the refrigerator combat the atmosphere against it and whatever it can't cool because it's a refrigerator.
Yeah.
So I put a small box around that. Now, you do have to make sure that you give it ventilation, because if you, seal it,
Yeah.
then the
It'll just
compressor
overheat.
inside trying to cool the inside, well, that only becomes a heater that's now sealed in and of itself. So you need...
It'll burn up.
Right. You need space so that the components of the refrigerator can function not against the refrigerator itself. But it should be better than nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I got that done. That's pretty much all of it. I seem to have kept ahead of the weeds too this year. So killing shit and leaves.
Yeah.
I seem to be ahead of the game.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on. This is the earliest that our pool has ever been cleaned. Also,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the. I didn't cover it. I didn't do anything special, but over the winter I was out there, not regularly but fairly regularly.
Because it's a new investment for you, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, I mean, it was a replacement for an older pool,
Right.
so it was just a situation where it was like, I'm not going to cover it. I'll just come out here and scoop leaves out of it. So I've done that, and I mean, it's looked pretty shabby, but it has cleaned up fairly quick. So right now, if it wasn't cold as crap, it would be swimmable. You know what I mean? It's clear. It doesn't have shit all over the bottom.
Yeah.
So I've been fortunate enough to keep the pool cleaned up, which is another big one.
And now we're finally getting consistent rain, at least for the last 2 weeks. So that's been nice.
Yeah.
But, who knows how long that's going to play out for us.
Well, only until it gets hot again.
Right. A lot of my stuff this year as a homeowner has been some of the thing of heat mitigation.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the, my lawn stuff is pretty much like a lost cause. So we have
Get
done
the
our
spray paint.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm prepped, ready to go. I mean, everyone else's lawn looks nice and nice, but you wait until I Bob Ross that shit, and then you're all going to be jealous because I'm not having to water it.
Or fertilize.
So the lawn stuff, for me, I'm not spinning any cycles there because, I pretty much know how this is going to go again this year when they're already telling us that our snowpack is at 30, 60%. I mean,
Yeah.
we're hosed. So
Right.
I'm like, how can I get ahead this year of making the house, finishing up or tidying up any of the whole house fan stuff or putting greenery around some of the, sun facing walls,
Right.
insulating what I can, fans where I can, that kind of thing. That's where I've put a lot of my spring
Nice.
honeydew shit to.
Well, I mean, you put misters in last year, so
Right. So this year, it's probably going into when the rains stop, I'll prep the, go and clean each nozzle, that kind of thing. I think I'd like to spend a little bit more time too it's a little bit more OCD, but pinning them up so that they're all nice and straight and tucked up so they don't catch on anything or the hoses aren't sagging.
Right.
Because last year I was in such a bang, bang, bang to help mitigate energy costs that, they're up there and they're good, but I could probably do another pass at keeping everything nice and tidy, putting some filters at proper hose lengths so things aren't dad life jankied out on like a dangle kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's definitely been a couple. Sometimes the things that I want to get to, I don't get to because I just don't know what I'm doing necessarily.
Yeah. So
like recocking the shower, like I said, what can go wrong? I'm a little, I'm apprehensive about it because I don't know if, I mean, I see the job that was there before and like, man, they were professionals.
Right.
They did a good job. I see the job that I did and I'm not a professional and I was like, there's a lot of silicone I put in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I bought a tool to like make it like the right curve or whatever.
Yeah.
I did all that, but there's probably twice as much silicone
You're like,
now than
I
there was.
really filled that gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's just a gym job,
Yeah, but I think a lot of stuff, it's like, like the misters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some things just need to, my approach is, I'm gonna put something out there, and then accept that there's probably going to be corrections need to be made, and in some cases, whole redos based off of whatever, it's like, oh, fuck, okay, that length of misters doesn't work at all, or that's, I made that custom hose to go that length, and it's not even nearly as long, and it got me through last summer, but I should really spend some time and make a new hose length that doesn't make it look like I half-assed it. But you're not going to get, I have to accept those as like corrections. Like I'm gonna ham fist and overdo this the wrong way in order to know better.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. I felt like I knew what I was doing when I was peeling the old shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good at destruction.
Yeah.
I'm good at tearing up that ass.
That stuff, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that stuff that was coming out of the creases was terrible, and I did the verticals and the around the top of the tub. I got it all cleaned out, and I put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, like I told my wife, like that stuff just needs to be torn out. It's shit.
Right.
It just needs to come out, and we need to put in like a regular shower, not a tub.
Right.
Like a tub with tile or something like that in there.
Well, see, and then when you have that mindset, shit, we're way over time. When you have that mindset, it's almost like you've already made the recognition that the true end game is a proper insert.
Yeah.
So does your current solution, and
it's a stopgap.
It's a stopgap.
Yeah.
It's like, I live here. I love my home. I'm probably not going anywhere, and I know where I want to get to. But you probably have people that are cohabitating and need that space, so you can't just be like, I'm taping off the wall or door and no one goes in here because you can't.
Oh, use my shower.
Yeah, fuck off.
No.
Yeah, no. So it's a stopgap.
Yeah.
Those little steps on a way to the end game, right?
Yeah.
If you were trying to pass off, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, then it would be like, come on. Come
for,
on.
For serious?
Are you serious? You could have watched another YouTube episode.
I did. I mean, I watched YouTube stuff, just to make sure I had a understanding of what I was doing and all that stuff. But I'm not a professional.
How to use cock. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Oh, I spelled that wrong.
Wow.
Wrong cock.
Oh, there's an L.
A-U-L?
Yeah, guess who's taking that one? Me. C-A-U. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll end up putting a shower stall in there instead of like the regular
I'm
tub.
staring at that kind of project for years now in our master bath too.
Yeah.
When we had carpet put in, we had the carpet only go to essentially like a threshold of the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're like, yeah, we'll do something else. So it's bare foundational concrete in our master bathroom, and it has been that way for fucking years. One day we'll get there.
Now, I did tile our bathroom myself. It was challenging, and it doesn't look terrible. Although, knowing what I know now, I realized that there were things that I have done wrong. And funny enough that the tile that's in there doesn't match with what we're trying to do now.
Yeah.
So my wife wants to tear it out and redo it with something else, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I had to like pull the toilet and all the baseboards, you know, and I tiled everything like so, you know, like on the diagonal instead of like straight.
Yeah.
So that compounded how many cuts I had to do all around, and then there were 2 different tile sizes for the pattern I was doing. I'll take a picture and send it to you.
Yeah.
And then around the door jambs, like I didn't trim the door jambs. I just kind of cut the tile around it.
Yeah.
And one of them looks pretty good, and the other one looks like absolute shit.
Yeah.
And then like at the threshold where it meets that goes to the main master bathroom bedroom, I really fucked that up, and that looks like shit where it meets the carpet. You know, it's just a live and learn thing. And, you know.
My baseboards throughout the entire house after we had the renovation, I look at some of the baseboard work, and I go, that's ass. That's terrible. Yeah. In hindsight, I'd be like, I needed, it's like the misters. I'm like, but do I have the time to do all the baseboards throughout the house? Right. It's like, I don't have that time. But I recognize that
you could have done something better.
I should have. And after having done it, there's the skill set. Okay, yeah, these could have been done this way.
Wrapping straight baseboard around a curved corner wall, you know, like the bullnose corners, that is a challenge unto itself.
Now they have,
it takes like 3 pieces,
or like
4 pieces.
We have like a plastic one. That's what we put in place. So their solution with that type of baseboard is a heat gun, so you can burn.
Oh, see, mine were all wood.
Yeah. So now, did that mean I did that? No. But in hindsight, if I were to redo things and purchase plastic, I would probably look for the plastic wood-looking baseboards. So that way, some of the corners that we've got, which are curved, fucking heat gun, not fucking 45-45 or, you know, 22 and a half, 22 and a half, 22 and a half to make these absurd. Now, I don't want to be on a fucking miter saw all day. I want a heat gun.
It took me,
and I want to push that shit in there and be happy.
I want to say it took me a few days to get all the baseboards put in.
I don't want to be doing math.
And then
with a nail gun.
We had a situation where there was hardwood floor and then carpet where they meet, and then the hardwood floor stuck up further than the carpet, and then I had to trim the baseboard at the hardwood floor so it would sit flat.
Yeah.
And then because that came up like that, all of the baseboard that was around where the hardwood flooring was all had to be trimmed the same amount. So not only did I had to like miter cut them all, I had to trim the bottom off so they wouldn't match.
Right.
It was just, it turned into a nightmare.
And I have probably made my life terrible because my wife's going to get to the end of here and be like,
oh, by the way,
you're right.
We do need some flooring in the bathroom.
The baseboards look like shit. How do I put that to the top of the list?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I know. She'd be like, and the bathroom, I know.
I know, man. It's never ending.
But anyway.
I'm not even going to talk about the kitchen and the countertops and the cabinets.
There's work to do.
And the rest of the house that we want to put flooring in.
Right.
So anyway.
You should focus on returning the cart instead.
Yeah, you should check your oil, Tony.
Wear the mask.
You should wash your hands.
Do the kindness.
And wash your ass.
Oh, wash your ass.
And wash your face.
Oh, yeah, unless you have a hydro massage, because that's not going to do it. So you need to wash your
Wash your tuksk.
Yeah, wash your tukas.
Yeah, tukas.
And we'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate it.
Bye.